Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by rockratzero. The author had noted that the ending of the Sudoku might be a bit tough, and I've solved this Sudoku just some time back, and I thought that this would be nice for a video. It indeed has a difficult ending, and I thought this would be a really appropriate video for the channel. So hope you enjoy watching me go through the intended solve path of the author. The link to solve this is in the description. Please do give it a try. And if you really enjoy what we have been doing on the channel for the past 2.5 years, please subscribe to the channel. The least you can do to support us is hit the subscribe button. We are looking to grow as a channel and we would really need your support. So please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what we do. Okay, let's go to the solve now. Classic rules apply. Each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. And this Sudoku is called wire clamp. That is the title given by the author, rockratzero. And I have taken the Sudoku from the CTC Discord server. Right, let me start the Sudoku now. I'll use a mix of both center marking and corner marking as well. I just don't want my solve to be monotonous. I usually start with corner marking all the way until I start doing the center, but here I'm going to use a mix of both. Right, look at these three cells. You have 1, 5, 6 here and a 7, 8, 9 here. So these three cells are straight away eliminated of 6 possibilities. So it must be 2, 3, 4. And 3 is staring down at this cell. This is not a 3 and this is not a 4. And now this becomes a 7, 8, 9 triplet. And without a 7 here, it's an 8 and 9. And 9 is not here, so that's a 7, 8. And that gives a 9 in these two cells. Okay, 2 is not in row 5 and not in column 5, so that gives 2 in one of these two cells. And just like these three cells, if you look at these three, they are seeing 6 distinct digits, 1, 4, 5 and 2, 7, 8, which means they can't be any of those. They must be 3, 6 and 9, and these two 6s give me a 6 here. That's a 6 and that becomes a 3, 9 pair. And now the remaining digits are 1, 4 and 5. So this is not a 5, that's a 1 and a 4. And you also have a 2, 3, 4 triplet here. So this is not a 4. And that puts the 4 in one of these two cells. And because I have this triplet here, I can eliminate the 2 from this cell. This is not a 2, that's a 2. And now that gives me the 2 in column 6. I get my 2 here. And 2 in box 9 goes in one of these two cells. 2 is not in column 8 and 2 is not in row 2. So 2 goes in one of these two cells. All right. And 6 is in column 1 and 2. So that gives 6 in this domino. And you can't have 6 in row 9. So that leaves the 6 here. And that continues on to 6 in these two cells. Right. So if you look at column 4, these three cells can't take 4 and a 7 because you have 4, 7 in box 2, and which means that gives 4, 7 pair here. That's really nice because I get my 6 here. Okay, let's remove the 6 from this cell. And now these two must be 3, 5 for the box. And 7 here gives me 4 and 7 here. And now let's look at column 4. The remaining digits are 1 and 8. I'm just going to put in those. So far there is nothing out of the ordinary here, just usual classic stuff. So I have not explained much. Just I'm continuing with my solve here. Look at row 6. So I have 7, 8, 9 and I also have a 2, 3, 4 here. So that means this will be a 1, 5 and a 6. And now this is not a 1, so that's a 5, 6, and 6 goes in this domino. What do we have here? 7 in column 5 and 4 gives me 7 here, and that puts 7 in row 4, which means this will be 8, 9 pair. That puts my 1 here and an 8 here. Okay, that one fixes the 1 in box 6, gives the 1 here. That gives 4 here and a 5 here. Now the only digit left in row 5 is 3. I'm putting that in. And only digit left in row 4 is 8. This will be a 5, 6 pair. Okay, so let's look at row 7. Where does the 9 go? 9 cannot be in these two cells, so 9 goes here. And now if you look at column 9, 9 is eliminated from these two cells due to box reduction. That puts 9 in these two cells. Okay, if you look at row 8, these three cells can't take 1, 2, 6, 9 and a 3. So the only options left are 4, 5, 7, 8. And look at this cell. You don't have a 4, 8 and you also don't have a 5. So that leaves only a single digit 7 in this cell. And that follows 7 to 7 here, which follows to 7 here. All the 7s in the grid have been put in. Let's see what next. Okay, column 9, I'm just writing the left out digits. They are 1, 2, 1, 9. This is not a 2. This is not a 9. Okay, and look at this cell. Cannot be 6, 7, 3, 5, 4 or 9, so that's only 1, 2 and 8. Am I missing something here? It feels strange. It feels strange in the sense that, you know, it kind of feels different from how I solved some time back. 8 is not in row 2 and row 3, so 8 goes in these two cells. Let's look at column 5. That begs for attention here. This will be a 6 and a 9, and that will be, oh sorry, this will be a 5 and a 9, this will be a 6 and a 9. And just not there it with a pair. Where does the 3 go in box 3? These two 3s force my 3 into this cell. 3 goes here and that resolves the 3, 9 pair. So I get my 3 here and my 9 here, which forces 9 into this cell. This is not a 9. And now, okay, I don't have 5 here. I don't have 5 here. So which means 5 goes into this domino. And that follows to a 5 here, a pointing pair of 5s. And now if I look at column 8, where does the 5 go? I'm just focusing on 5s now. 5 goes into these two cells. Now it's clear to me that in row 1, there is only one cell left for the 5. Can't be this cell or it cannot be this cell. So this has to be the 5. That leaves us only two cells, and just 1 and 2 there. Okay, these, or let's focus on this column. 5, 6, 7, 9 and 3 and 8. So I need 1, 2 and 4. And you have 1 and 2 looking at this cell in row 8. So that will be a 4. and that will be a 1 or a 2, and I have a triplet here, 1 2 9, that forces my 4 here. So still we haven't yet approached the logic. If you remember, I noted at the start that the author has said that this might have a tough ending, but we have not yet reached the point. So far it has been smooth sailing. 4 6 and 7, 1 2 3 and 9. So let me put a 5 8 pair here and tidy up some pencil marks here. Okay, and let's look at this cell in the context of row 8. This can only be 3 or 8. And now let's look at column 1. This is going to be a 2 8 or a 9. You have 1 6 and 7 and 4 and 5 and a 3 here, so this is 2 8 and 9. Okay, so if you look at row 2, 2 7 8 and 3 and 6, so I need 1 4 5 and 9. You have 4 and 9 here. This is 1 and 5. 5 is here, so this is 1 4 9, and 9 is here, so this is 1 4 5. Okay, fine. And where does the 3 go in column 6? Just only one digit, just only one cell. 3 has to be here. That leaves us 1 6 in this column. This cell will take 1 and 6. And if you look at row 3, column 3, cannot be 3 7 8 4 and 6, so it can only be 1 2 5 9. 5 is also ruled out. 1 2 9. And this cell cannot be 4 6 3 7 8 or a 9, so this is 1 2 and 5. So I think we have made all the necessary pencil marks. So at this point, if you'd like to take a pause and then find the logic, so this is why the author stated that this may be a tough ending. So at this point, if you want to pause the video and then try to find the logic yourself, you can do so. Just a second. Before that, let me see if I haven't missed anything here. I just want to make sure that this is the point. You need to look for that logic. Okay, so why don't we continue here? I'm not yet certain that this is the point. Look at this cell. Cannot be 4 5 3 7 6 or a 9. So this is going to be 1 2 and 8. So I said that this solve feels a bit strange from how I solved previously, which is why I'm confused and I can't say for certain that this was the point. Let me just think once again. So these are the same. I somehow felt that I had a 9 here in my solve, and for some reason I'm not getting it here. Okay, anyway, let's continue with our solve. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. You also have 1 and 2 here. So why don't we use some coloring here? Let's start with red for this cell. And this would be the opposite of that cell. So it must be a green. This was again red. This is again red. So red cannot be in this row and red cannot be in this column. So red goes somewhere here. Not quite there yet with the logic. Okay, so green is going somewhere here. I'm not certain yet as to where exactly. Anyway, so this is not helping. I'm just removing the colors quickly. Let me see for something else here. I have a 1-2 here, a 1-2-8 here. So to be frank, I seriously don't remember that this is the way I solved the Sudoku. I had a 9 here at the very start, which I can't remember how I placed. So it's like I'm solving the Sudoku again, except that I don't remember what I did. So let me think here a bit. What is that I'm not seeing here? So it almost feels that this is the thing that should help us. Nine goes in one of these two cells. 9 goes in one of these two cells, 1 goes in one of these two cells. I almost have an X-wing here, except that that is spoiled by this cell. What do I do here? So this is a 2. I get my 2 here, 2 here, and a 2 somewhere here. Nothing much there. Four goes in one of these two cells in row 2, 4 goes in one of these two cells in row 6. That is also not of much help. So although it appears simple with so few cells left for digits, it is not that easy. All I remember is that I used coloring to finish the Sudoku, but for some strange reason, I'm not able to place 9 here. So if I place a 9 here, I would be able to explain to you the logic, but I don't remember now. I don't remember now how I placed the 9. That's something which has to do with there is a 6-9, a 5-9. Do I have 5-6? Nope. 5 goes in one of these two cells. 1-5, 1-4-5, 1-5, 5-9. Yes, guys, yes. I remember now. I remember the logic now. So I was telling you that I had a 9 in this one. And the way I got was, look at these 3 cells. You have a Y-wing. So to quickly say what a Y-wing looks like, you need to identify 3 cells, and each of those 3 cells must have bi-value candidates. That is, they must have only 2 possibilities inside them, and if you take all those three cells together, they will have some combination of three distinct digits. One will be having AB, the other will be BC, and the other will be AC. There must only be a total of three different digits between among those three cells, and here you can see that that is precisely happening. A 5 9, a 1 5, and a 1 9. And now that you have identified those three cells, there is one more property to identify. One cell will act as the hinge cell, and that will be the cell which is seeing the other two cells. So the yellow cell here sees the other two cells, so that is the hinge cell, and these two cells, the pink ones, are the wing cells. And now when you do that, you can eliminate the digit which is common between the wing cells, in this case 9, from all these cells. Let's mark them red. All these cells are able to see, and even these two are able to see both the pink cells. If you have 9 in any of those red cells, then one is supposed to be a 5 and the other is supposed to be a 1, and the yellow ceases to exist. So which means red cells cannot take a 9. That's what I'm trying to say here. And that means this is not a 9. You have a 9 here, this is a 1, this is wait a moment, this is a 1, this is a 5, and there is no possibility for the yellow cell. And clearly the red cell cannot take a 9. So which means 9 in one of these two cells is now forced into this cell. Excellent. And now look what that gives rise to. It's a beautiful piece of logic. 9 is eliminated here. And okay, let me remove these greens now. So the moment you find this Y wing, you can do the coloring logic. Awesome. So look at all these 1 2 strewn across the grid. This gives rise to a beautiful piece of logic. So now let's use the coloring again. It's just the same thing which I did, just color them into two separate ways. Now if one of them is 1, the other is a 2, and if the other is a 2, then the opposite one has to be a 1. So that's what the yellow and the red denotes. Now when cells like these, for example the green one, they are seeing both the red and the yellow, right? We know that the red and the yellow are opposite. If one is 1, the other is 2. So which means that this green cell can never be 1 or a 2. Beautiful piece of simple coloring logic. This is how the logic is called. It's called simple coloring, which means you can't have 1 and 2 here in this green cell. So you can just try and see. Let me put that, for the benefit of solvers. If you have a 1 here, this becomes 2, this becomes 2, right? Now you can see both the red and the yellow are becoming 2, which can never be possible because they are of opposite colors. Similarly, if you have a 2 here, this becomes 1 and this becomes 1, and again both yellow and red are 1, the same thing can't happen. So the green is a 5. 5 goes up here, that gives a 9 here, 6 here, 1 here, 5 here, 6 here, 5 here, and now that 1 is here, this reds has to be a 2. All the reds are 2 and yellows are 1. Excellent. And now row 3 can be completed. That's a 2. This is 8 9 pair. You have a 9 here, so that is 8 and that is 9. Now this can be resolved. That's 8, that's 9. 8 gives me a 3 here, gives a 5 here, gives 8 here, 5, 3. This will be 1 and 8, and you have 8 here, so that's 8, that's 1, 1, 4, 4, 2, and 3. And with that, we have completed this, really gorgeous, I should say. First, the Y-wing really set it up, and I completely forgot that I used the Y-wing to deduce the 9 in row 2, column 9. Completely forgot, just got switched off. So, and then once I got to that, I realized that there was a simple coloring logic which finished the Sudoku, and it really took us to the end. So thanks for watching. Do let us know your thoughts in comments how this Sudoku video was. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.